Good evening. Before start, I request you to introduce yourself. We will start with Abarna. Hi, Abarna. I request you to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Aparna. I'm working as a project manager in Tech Mahindra, and I have overall of experience 14 years. That's it. I'm from
Mhm.
Hyderabad.
Okay, and may know your qualification and which application currently you are
Uh, yeah, I have completed my MBA, and my degree is BCom and MBA. It's into finance, and
mm.
my platform right now I'm working is I'll work with AS 400 and Office 365.
Okay. Thank you, Abarna, for your introduction. And any idea about SAP? What is SAP? SAP FICO? Any idea, Abarna?
Right now, no, no, sir.
No problem. Yeah. Thank you, Aparna. Thank you. Okay. I request you to Kavya to introduce yourself.
Hello sir, I am Kavya. I'm fresher now. I'm completed
Mhm.
BCom. I'm from Nelmangla, Bangalore rural.
Okay. Thank you, Kavya. Okay. Request Sneha to introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Neha. I completed BCom in Bangalore Sindhi College. My specialization is finance and accounting. I am currently
Mhm.
working in Q Spider as a quality analyst.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any idea about SAP, Sneha?
No sir, no.
New to SAP. Okay. No problem. Thank you. Hi, Rohan. Request you
Hello,
to
sir.
introduce yourself.
Greetings
Hi.
all. Well, this is Rohan Singh. I am from Rudrapur, Uttarakhand, and right now I'm pursuing MBA from Finance from Devbhoomi Uttarakhand University in Dehradun. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Rohan. And one more. Yes, one. Sorry. What is the next candidate, Vikas? Hi, Jessica. Request you to introduce yourself.
Hello everyone. I'm from Delhi. I recently completed my graduation in BBA from IGTU University, and currently I'm working as a finance executive in one of a startup company in Delhi.
Okay. Thank you, Jessica. Any idea about SAP?
So basically, it's a course which has different domains, and it gives you a learning from basic to advanced about accounting and finance in FICO.
Okay. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. Okay. Thank you all for your introduction. Before start about SAP, right? I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ayadare Gurusamy. I have a total 15 plus years of experience. My qualification is MBA Finance. After that, I started working in a banking domain. After 3 years, I started to learn SAP FICO module. So almost 12 years in SAP. In this duration, I worked few implementation and support project. Okay. Thank you all. Okay, so now we'll start with the SAP. What is SAP? What are all the SAP module? What is SAP FI and CO, and how the implementation support and the end user role we will discuss more in this demo. Okay. 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 I will share my screen. Um, Hope my screen is visible to all. Okay, any question during this demo, right? You can feel free to ask. We are here to clarify all your doubts. Okay. Okay, so first we'll start with what is SAP. So SAP is one of the biggest ERP application. So this application, right, used multiple company. I think if you Google it, right, this application used more than 200 countries and 3 lakh plus customers using this application. Within SAP itself, 70,000 plus employees are working. So what is the main
Hello.
advantage of,
Hello,
yeah,
sir. Sorry to
please.
disturb you. Uh, Are you
No
showing
problem.
any screen?
Yes. Able to see my screen? I can see the
No,
SAP screen. You can no. Okay. So I will stop and
no.
restart one more time. No problem. Okay. Is it visible now?
No for me.
Okay. What about others? Kavya, Rohan, able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
I'm
maybe
not sure
problem
about
with
now.
my, yeah.
No problem. Okay. Okay. So I will continue. Okay. If any doubt now, please raise. Okay. So yeah, first we'll start with the SAP introduction. So the SAP is one of the biggest ERP application. This application used multiple countries, more than 200 plus countries using this application. This SAP application used by 3 lakhs plus customers, and within SAP itself, right, 70,000 plus employees are working. So that is the overview. Okay, so now why we need to use SAP? Why cannot other ERP application? So the reason for choosing the SAP application is you can track end-to-end business. For example, if you take a Tally or other application, it is specific to some department. For example, if you see any manufacturing business, there will be a minimum accounts department, then HR department to track all the employees, and also purchase department, sales department, production. There are multiple departments in the manufacturing, correct? So now, if you use Tally or other application, it may be specific to some department. But in SAP, you can track end-to-end business activity. You can track all the purchase related activity. You can track all the sales related activity, and also you can track accounts and HR. So that's why most of the big company, right, they are preferring to use SAP. So, and also the main features in SAP is it integrate with each module. If example, if the purchase department doing any purchase, it auto reflect to accounts department to create the invoice, to do the payment, and also to see the reports. So it integrate with each module, and also you can group multiple company code. For example, if you take any big company, Reliance, ICICI, SBI, they have multiple branches. So if you want accurate report using getting the data from multiple company, right? In SAP, you will get the accurate report. So for the accuracy also, most of the company preferring, right? So now we got some idea what is why we are using SAP. It integrate with all the module. You can track the end-to-end business using within SAP, right? So now one more feature is the performance of SAP too faster compare other application, because if you see Reliance or any other big company, the volume of customers, vendor, and the employee volume is too high, correct? So when we do the huge transaction, if you use a normal application, right, the performance perspective, it will be poor. But in SAP, the performance is very good, and also you will get the accurate report, and it integrate with each module. So that's why SAP preferred for multiple companies. Right. So now um, I will log in SAP. I will show you how the screen it will work. Okay. So before login, if you see in the login part, generally there will be a multiple server. Okay. In this screen, you can see only one server. Since it is a training a logon file, right? You can see only one server. But in real project, there will be a multiple server. Okay. Now the question is why we need multiple server. Okay. So example, if any company they want to convert to SAP from non-SAP, first they need to do the configuration about the company process, correct? They need to create the company, what they have registered to the government, where the company located, how many the FI perspective, how many GL account we need for accounts, and what is the fiscal year, means whether we are following January to December or in India April to March. So these are all the configuration we need to do. Then we need to hand over to end user to use our application. So we cannot directly do the configuration in the live system, and parallelly end user cannot do. So not only SAP, all other application, right? They follow the landscape as development, quality, and production. So all the configuration, whatever when we do the um, when we do the implementation, we need to first configure in development. Then whatever we have configured, it properly working or not, we need to thoroughly test in the test environment. Then we go for the production where the end user use our application. So the landscape what we are following in SAP is development, quality, production. So this is the three landscape, three level we are following. Any doubt before login SAP?
No.
Okay, thank you, Barna. So assume I'm logging in development server here. Okay, similar to other application, here also same. We need to use our user ID password. Okay, so once you log in SAP, you can see the end user screen because the development SAP screen, quality screen, production screen, same only. Then what is the difference in development? What's the difference in testing and production is any new configuration, first we need to do the development. Then from the development, we will move to the testing and then we will move to production. So all the configuration, first you can view in development only. Then we will move to testing. Once the testing is completed, we will move to production. So the screen wise same in all three level. So only the difference is new configuration first in development, then goes to testing, then goes to production. Clear, right? All three screen, all three place development, quality, and testing. The screen level same only. Clear? Okay. So once you log in, you can see the end user screen. So here since it is a training application, you can view all the end user related activities, but in real project, it will be limited. Example, if I'm allocated only for invoice creation, only the invoice related screen allocated to me. So how they will control in SAP, we have a SAP infra team. We call it as a SAP authorization team who take care all the user level restriction. So example, if I'm allocated only for the invoice creation, the invoice related screen only visible to me. Other example, if I want to see the payment or if I want to see some other report or other model, it won't be visible, will be restricted. So the end user role is very limited. The consultant role is end to end. So the consultant, they won't do any end user related activity during that whether my configuration properly working or not. They will check with some end user related activity, but the in production the end user do all the end user related activity. It will be very limited. So multiple end user in production server they will work. Clear? So the end user role is limited and the configuration done by a FI consultant in other screen. So whenever you log in, first you will see the end user screen only. So here you can see there are multiple folders. So as I mentioned earlier, in SAP, this SAP ERP not only for accounts, also used for other modules. Example, for a manufacturing company, we need material management, for material management for all end-to-end purchase related transaction. So example, if you see, first we will maintain what material we are planning from the vendor. So first configuration in the is they will maintain the materials in SAP application. Then they will start creating the inquiry, quotation, purchase request, purchase order, then invoice, then goods received to our company and payment. Then after that the reports. There is a purchase cycle. But where accounts coming in picture, once the goods received to our company or during the invoices creation, the accounts department, the FI start to involve. So means The FI integrate with all the modules, material management, sales and distribution, all the module FI integrated. So correct. So if you take any SAP project, we can see many many consultant, FI consultant, consultant, SD consultant, HR. There are many consultant part of the SAP project. Clear? So here you can see SD, production, quality. So all the other module in the under the logistic folder. So since we are more focusing on the SAP FI, we need to use the accounting folder. So this is all the screen, right? End user screen. So here you can see under the accounting, financial accounting, you can see. So in the FI, right? In the accounting, we have two submodule: SAP FI, SAP CO. So what is the difference? FI and CO. FI purely for all your account transaction. Okay. So whatever the entries your account entry you are posting in SAP, it will be under financial accounting only. Then why we need controlling? The controlling purely for our internal analysis. Okay. So how it will be interlinked? So all actual invoice we are posting in FI. Whenever we create the invoice, we just loop controlling related component. For example, I'm creating one invoice. So in the invoice screen, I will add the controlling related component. In the control, why we need controlling? To analyze my expense, analyze my income. So based on the analysis, so future I will restrict, I will based on the expense analysis or revenue analysis, how to control the cost, how to improve the revenue, we will plan. So all the analysis, right, based on the FI only. We are not directly posting into controlling. So whenever we create a invoice in FI, it auto flow to controlling. So we have a configuration how to flow from FI to controlling. So whenever we create a GL account in FI, we just enable this GL account require for controlling or not, we will enable it. So based on the activation, that the whatever the account entries we are posting in FI, it auto reflect in controlling for the analysis purpose. So the difference between FI and CO controlling is FI purely for actual account entries and also for external reporting. So based on our FI accounts only, we are creating the income tax report. We are creating the reports for our investor. So for all account entries and the external report come from FI only. All our internal analysis and the internal reports controlling only. But controlling the base is FI. We are not directly posting to control. There are few scenarios we will directly post, but majorly it will come from FI only. Clear about SAP FI and CO? Okay, I hope clear. So, okay, now a little more detail about what is SAP FI. So in SAP, right, we have created subgroup, because if you see the accounts, we have a purchase related accounts and sales related accounts, and within our company we have assets. So SAP what suggesting is create a group. All your purchase related transaction, vendor related transaction, we called as a account payable. So under the account payable folder, all the purchase related transaction come in picture. All the receivable means the customer related transactions come under account receivable. So now we have covered purchase and sales. So what is the remaining? Within our company, we have a assets. We have a machineries, we have a laptop, computer, land, building. So all our assets. So these assets, right, every year we need to see what is the useful, because if you purchase any machine, it may be a useful for 5 years or 10 years. So for that, in SAP, not only in SAP, in our normal accounts, right, we will calculate the depreciation. So in SAP also same, every month, based on the useful life of the machine, we need to calculate the depreciation. So all the asset related account transaction come under asset model, fixed asset model. So what is the remaining? Other than these three example, admin related expenses or other employee related expenses, right? It will come under general ledger. So four model we have covered. What is the remaining? Last one is banking. Means all the payment related. we may have incoming payment from the customer, outgoing payment to the vendor. Within SAP, we need to configure our own accounts, and also we need to configure vendor bank accounts, customer bank accounts. So all bank in payment related, it will come under bank. And also we need to configure what are all the payment method, whether we will do for a cash or a bank transfer or a wire transfer, domestic, international. So all the payment method also configured under the bank. So overall, the finance accounts model subgrouped into 5. So one is account payable for all purchase related account transaction, account receivable for all customer related, fixed asset for our own fixed asset transactions, and general ledger and bank. So total 5 submodule under SAP FI. Any doubt so far? Sneka, Abarna, any doubt? Okay, hope no doubt. Okay. Okay, so now we have discussed about what are all the SAP models, what is SAP FI, what is a controlling, what is submodule, we have clear. So now how we will do the configuration in SAP. So just I will start with the end user screen. Then what is a configuration right here, we will come to know. For example, whenever I log in. So for example, you are implementing SAP application and handovering to end user. So end user want to create the invoice. So what is the minimum configuration? You can see here in the invoice screen. Similar to invoice, there are n number of transaction done by multiple end users. So for each activity in backend, some configuration we need to do. Example, whenever we create the invoice, what is the minimum configuration? First, we need to configure the company code, because without the company code, we cannot create the invoice. So in backend, first we need to configure the company code. Then what is the next configuration? Currency. Whether this invoice is a local currency or a foreign currency, we need to configure. And then next, tax code, whether this invoice applicable for any tax. If yes, what is the tax we need to select, whether it is a input tax or a output tax. Then what is the month we need to post this invoice? We need to restrict to post the end user to post only current month, because we cannot allow Jan to December. If you allow our report, month end report, it won't be accurate. So every company, they will restrict the end user to post only the current month. If any adjustment, then it will go for approval, or within some certain period, we need to allow for backdated posting. So the next configuration is controlling the period, because we cannot allow simply post any date or any month. We should restrict so that our report, it will be accurate. Correct? So the next configuration is controlling the posting date, posting period. Then whether this a company following January to December or April to March or June to July, we need to configure. So based on that, our report, it will be generated. So we need to configure our fiscal year variant for this company code. Then, so these are all header level, correct? Header level. So now if we come to line item level, we need to configure the GL account, correct? If you take any invoice, minimum one debit account, one credit account, correct? So we need to configure GL account, correct? So if you see any company, so minimum 1,000 to 3,000 GL account they will use, correct? So this GL account in real, we want to create. We will just how to create. We will configure. The actual business user, they will create. Either they will put when we do the first time implementation, they will put we will create a Excel template. What are all the mandatory to enter? In the template, user fill all the list of 2,000 GL account or 5,000 GL account. We have an option in SAP to upload first time. So later it will be 1 or 2 GL account based on the requirement. Right? So now the GL account master data creation we need to do. Then if it is a foreign currency, we need to configure the exchange rate. Example, we are trying to create EUR, but the local currency is INR. So EUR to INR exchange rate in backend we need to configure, and every day exchange rate need to be flow to SAP. That interface we need to configure. So yeah, simple invoice creation. These are all in backend configuration we need to do. So this configuration done by consultant, the invoice creation done by end user. So the now line item level, you can see each GL account, what is the debit amount, credit amount, what is the tax applicable. And here, one more thing is the controlling, whether this invoice we need to flow to controlling or not, we are adding the controlling cost element. The controlling cost element is a cost center or a profit center. The cost center used for expense analysis, profit center used for revenue analysis. So in the invoice itself, this many configuration. Similarly, if you go for the payment or other end user, right? Every screen there is a in backend the configuration is required. So now the next question: how the consultant aware about this configuration? So whenever we go for the new SAP implementation, the user will prepare the requirement document. Based on the requirement document, we will do the configuration. So in SAP, FICO consultant not creating any new screen. Whatever in the existing screen, the customer requirement data we are updating here. We are not creating anything new. Clear? Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Sneha? Okay, thank you. Okay, so now
No, sir.
the end users, okay, the end user screen we have seen in backend, we are doing the configuration. So now where we will do the configuration, we need to know, correct? Still now we are seeing end user screen only. So now, okay, so to go to consultant screen. So we need to use the transaction code. So in SAP, either you can navigate the uh, folder or you can use the shortcut. So in SAP, the shortcut we called as a transaction code. So for example, we have created account payable invoice using this navigation, or you can use a transaction code. Same screen wise same, because there is means every screen in backend there is a SAP program, correct? Every screen, what is the program? It is written with Java code. So every screen Java code is in backend. Every that Java program, right, mapped with the transaction code. The program mapped with the transaction code. So either you can use SAP program or SAP transaction code to reach, or other way is you need to navigate. So there are three ways you can reach this screen. One is using the navigation, or if you know the SAP program, you can you can get this screen or transaction code. Mostly, right, we will use the transaction code because we are not from coding background. We are from accounts background, right? We may not know the what is a program, how to run and all. So instead of using the program, we will use transaction code or the navigation. Mostly based on your experience, right? You start to use transaction code for easy to get to the screen. Clear, right? So the transaction code is used for shortcut. Okay, so now I want to go to consultant screen. Okay, so here you can see all the configuration. So whatever we are getting the requirement from the user, that all the requirement we are configuring here. Okay, even if FICO consultant or other consultant, we are not doing anything our own. Whatever in the requirement document, we are just configuring. For example, user want to create a 10 company code. The 10 company code they need to give in the requirement document. Referring the requirement document, we will just configure. So then what is the consultant role? Where to configure, consultant should aware. if I configure, what is the impact consultant should aware? So the where to update, what is the impact? That is the two main area consultant should aware. Other than that, nothing. So now, if I want to create a company code, I need to reach this screen, then click the new entry to create the new company code. This screen already accessed by other user, only display mode. Okay. So if I want to remove the log, there is another transaction code to remove the log. So now you can see the new entry. If we want to create a company code, you need to click the new entry. Then you need to enter the company code. What consultant additionally doing? Because the example we are configuring, we are implementing all Reliance business in SAP, right? So the company name, address, everything provided by Reliance expert in the requirement document. Additionally, what consultant doing? Consultant doing the company code number, alphanumeric number. That number also we need to discuss with our customer that the number is okay to configure in SAP, because we cannot create our own number. Example 777. We cannot create whatever customer is suggesting. We need to discuss and configure. The remaining information and all, it will be in the requirement document. Example, ICICI India Private Limited, located in Chennai. It is in India. In India, the local currency is INR and the language is English. So this all the information in the requirement document. What additionally we are putting, because every time whenever we create a invoice, whenever we create a report, we cannot call this description. We can call the identification number, a 4-digit number we can call. This number we need to discuss with the customer and configure in SAP. We should not take our own. Okay, right. So now assume I have created company in SAP. So now whenever you do the configuration in SAP, it will be stored under the transport number. So earlier we have discussed the landscape development, quality, and production, correct? So assume I'm doing the configuration in development. Whatever the configuration in the existing screen I'm doing, it will be stored under the transport number. So what is this transport number? This transport number useful to move the configuration from one server to another server. Example, I'm doing configuration in development. Using this transport number, we can transfer the whatever I have configured to test environment or a production environment. So who will transport? It is a SAP infra team, SAP basis team who do the transfer from one system to another system. Then what is our role? Only the configuration in the existing SAP screen. Okay, so now you understood how we are transferring from development to quality, development to production, how we are transferring. Clear. So now, okay, assume the customer is asking to add few more fields. Okay, few more fields. As per standard, this many fields only. Now user want to add a few more fields in this screen, then we need to approach our technical consultant. So who knows, because every screen in backend, there is a Java program, correct? So if you want to add any coding, sorry, any new field in the coding, they need to add that, they need to add the details. So they will add the field name, what information we need to fill. So that what a customer is expecting, right? They will do the code change, then it will come for our configuration. So any screen change, any new screen or any existing screen change done by ABAP consultant. Okay, like infra team we have discussed, right? Similarly, in screen change and all taken care by ABAP consultant. So FICO consultant only configuring the accounts related configuration. Clear, right? A role of other consultants. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about the Kavya, Jessica? Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So now we understood about how to configure, where we are configuring. Similarly, right, the n number of, just for a demo purpose, I have shown company code creation. There are n, if you see under the financial accounting, there are n number of configuration we need to configure, and this configuration, what and all applicable for the company, we need to do. It may be applicable for only for manufacturing company. It may not applicable for service related. So we need to see what and all applicable, what and all given in the requirement document we need to configure. Correct? So okay. So now the configuration, where to configure, we understood. How we are moving from one system, one server to another system, we understood. Then how we will get to the requirement document. If you see SAP, right? So either it is a new implementation. Example, we are converting from non-SAP to SAP. Means currently the Reliance is already active. They are active in business more than 10 years or 15 years. They are active. They are using some non-SAP application. Example, Tally or other ERP application they are using. So now, due to some issue, they want to convert all the process to SAP. So we call it as a new implementation, correct? So first time we are implementing in SAP. So what is the process? First, we need to understand the Reliance business process, correct? What are all the company code, how they are grouping, whether it is only in India or outside India. So all first we need to analyze. So how we will analyze? They will provide the requirement document. So in SAP, we call this a blueprint. So yeah, so in the requirement document, they will specify all the details, how many company code they want to configure in SAP, what is the volume, what are all the additional configuration we need to do. So all the details, it will be in the requirement document. So we need to analyze the requirement. There may be some gap because the entire Reliance business, when we convert to SAP, maybe a 90% we can use our SAP standard. Then the remaining 10%, based on the Reliance requirement, we need to do the customization. So this customization taken care by our ABAP consultant, because any screen change taken care by ABAP only. We are not creating anything new. So in the existing screen, either a standard screen or a customization screen, we will do the accounts related configuration. So all screen changes and all taken care by ABAP. So whenever we get to the requirement, we need to analyze that whether in the standard screen we can configure, or if any customization, then the technical consultant are also part of the discussion. So they are now received the requirement and we have configured. So basic using the transport number, we will move to the dedicated testing team. They will do the end-to-end testing. So whatever current Reliance business process, right, they will replicate in the testing server. So example, they will create a invoice. They will create using our configuration. They will create the invoice. They will create the payment. Then payment, whether received to the downstream or not, they will check the end-to-end flow. So the testing, they are not configuring anything new, using our configuration similar to end user, what they plan to do in production, right? The same they will replicate in the test environment. Okay, so now we assume the testing also completed, then we will deploy to production as a go live. So it's a process. Okay, we call it as a ASAP, accelerated SAP methodology. Have 5 stages: project preparation, blueprint, realization, go live preparation, and go live. So these are this 5 process. Most of the company following for the new implementation. Okay, for a FI consultant, the basis requirement document. Correct, right? So and also FI consultant do the minimal level of testing. Like whatever the configuration I have performed, whether it is a properly working test environment or a production environment, we need to do minimal level of testing in the development. So we call it as a unit testing. So minimal level of testing we will do. Correct. But whatever we have tested in the development, it is not transportable, because just my configuration working or not, I'm testing. So the tested related data not stored in the transport request. So only the configuration stored in the transport request, which will move from development to testing, development to production. Whatever tested for get to the confident, it won't be transportable. Similarly, whatever the testing team created the invoice and other, right? It is not a transportable. Only the configuration, it will be transport from development to testing, transfer from development to production. Only the configuration only, not related invoice and all. It is not transportable. Clear, right? What we are transferring, what we are not transferring. You got some idea? Okay. Any doubt so far? Jessica?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. If no doubt, we will end the demo. I will hand over to Vikasa for the next step. Hello, Vikasa. The demo is over. You can take the next step. Hello. Hello, Mohit sir, Vikas sir, are you in line? Hello. Hello, Vikas sir. Hello. Sir, you are on mute. Okay, no problem. Jessica and Rohan, you will get a call from the institute for the next process. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you for joining. Yeah. Thank you.